Hello, my name is Nathan Sharp. I'm a nesting coach here in Louisville, Kentucky. Today I'm here to present to you one of our billing systems. It's primarily used in the eastern United States. Primary ACSR is used to check the current billing status of a customer. You can also use ACSR to check for auto manual outages. You can also view account history using the memos on the account. We can view services for sales, upgrades, opportunities, and we can schedule trouble calls and service orders. First, what we're going to have to do is search for our customer. There are three primary ways you're going to search for a customer. Use a phone number with no spaces, right here in the middle. You can also search by account number and the customer's name, last name, comma, first name, with no space after the comma. If this does not pull up a customer, you can also search by tax ID or job number. If all else fails, we can also use Aurora to find our customer. And when we do, we can copy the account number, bring it back to ACSR, and search for the account number here again. We can use the primary customer information screen to check for manual or auto outages. This can be done down here at the bottom of the screen. Notes will be posted by dispatch, either if it's a manual outage, which means the local dispatch has posted an outage because they're working in the area or some kind of technical difficulty. Or we can check for auto outages, which is posted by the system if so many truck rolls are scheduled in an area for customers. On the right-hand side of that screen, we have two boxes we want to check here. We have the summary box and the status box. We can check the summary box for the delinquent, if the customer is delinquent, how many days, and the amount that they are delinquent. Below that, we have the status box, where we can check for several different billing statuses. These including open non-pay equipment disconnect, open voluntary disconnect, and delinquent. You can also find this information on page 48 of the Introduction to ACSR module. Next, we're going to verify the account status. First, we are going to check the Services tab, which should be along the top of your main window. Here we are looking for HSD packages or internet packages. Might say 3 meg modem, 3 meg ACC, or you might see a box that says HSD pipeline. Next, we are going to check for open or canceled disconnect work orders. To do this, you are going to click on the shopping cart icon and check the work orders. Start with the top. You're going to look for an action. It would say something like internet disconnect or video disconnect. Look for a reason. In this case, it was non-pay. And if there was a resolution, such as canceled in office or they came in and paid, it would also be included to give you some information about the work order. Next, we are going to check for the customer's modem's MAC address. To this, we will click on the satellite dish icon in the toolbar at the top. This is going to bring up a customer equipment screen. And what you're looking for here is a type that says modem purchase or modem rental. Next to that is a column that says serial number. This is the modem MAC address that we have on file. If this does not match what the customer has read off to you, you can check with Aurora, which is the most up-to-date information. Now, we can't always fix the customer's problem over the phone. We might find out that there's a signal issue on their end, and we'd have to send a technician out. How we do this is we click the shopping cart icon on the toolbar at the top of ACSR, which will bring us to a screen. On the lower right-hand side, will give you some new order options. In this case, to schedule a truck, we are going to choose Trouble Call and click the Add button, which will bring you to the next screen. We will have to put in a reason code. There are several reason codes we use. Primarily, we want to use 31, which means the customer has accepted the time slot that we've offered them. There are several other ones which you can find in the RF Trouble Call process on KMS. Once you put in your reason code, click Jobs at the bottom to continue. You'll be brought to a screen where you can choose the time and date that we have first available in that market. To do so, you will click Available Dates, which will bring you a screen where you can select your date and time. Choose the most appropriate and which works best for your customer, and click the OK button. Sometimes you will see all day, or 8 to 5, or total is an option. These mean all-day appointments, which means the customer needs to be home between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. Next, you will choose the Comments tab. This is where we will put all our information for the technician to have. These print out on the job work orders. First, we will start with the primary contact number, which is entered as PC pound, and the phone number with no dashes or spaces. This allows our automated system to call the customer, as well as for dispatch to have the number if they need to contact the customer. We will next enter the two proofs, the reasons we were rolling the truck, say in RF, our signal readings, and our bad lights. And then if there are any special requests, say the customer's hard of hearing, they need to say knock loudly. You'll click OK, and that will enter the work order. Next, we are going to cover service orders. This would be if a customer wanted to upgrade their speed, or maybe add a high-speed cluster charter music to their account. You're going to go to the same screen, which is the shopping cart icon at the top of your screen, and this time we are going to choose service order in the bottom right and click Add. First, you want to remove the old package. In this example here, it's a 3 meg ACC account, which means they are either own their own modem. You will first put a checkbox next to the 3 meg ACC account and click Remove. And then you will want to add the new package, such as 5 meg ACC. Add a check mark and click Add. At this point, you will choose Auto Package at the very bottom. You'll see the next screen here will pop up, and you can view the monthly price change for the customer found right up here. In this case, it was $9.99 a month. We want to inform the customer of the price change. You will then click Apply, and then click Close. Next, you will need to put a reason code for the sale. In this case, it will be a CS, which stands for side grade. You can either type CS in this box, or you can click the box with the 3 dots, which will give you a list of options. For every upgrade, besides home networking, we will be using CS for side grade. In the case of selling home networking, it'll be CSR, or you type SA in the box. Next, you'd want to put your sales representative ID there, right below the reason code. And to the right, campaign, you want to always choose the default campaign code. Once you have all that information entered, you will hit Update down here on the bottom right, and your sale will be complete. So today we have covered searching by customer, which will primarily be with the phone number, account number, our last name, comma, first name, no spaces. We'll also discuss how to verify the account status using the summary boxes on the right-hand side, check for delinquent or non-pay accounts. We've also covered checking for outages, your auto and manual outages, at the bottom information screen under your memos, how to check for the MAC address using the satellite icon, and how to enter a trouble call and a service order. I want to thank you for listening to my presentation today. I know I went over a lot of information quickly, and with practice and time, you'll become a pro at ACSR. Thank you.